Greetings, greetings once again. In this video, I want us to talk about your superpowers, right? And how people just don't believe. People outside, people looking from outside, or the people outside, let me just say, or the people who just don't believe, right? Don't really believe in these superpowers. That, not that I'm saying it's not gonna come a point where, excuse me, not that I'm saying it's not gonna come a point where now they start believing in the superpowers because God, ladies and gentlemen, He's just such a star. Okay, God is unbelievable. God is so mysterious that He does things on a very supernova scale. Like things He does is just wow, wow, right? So, like I remember the first time I began being able to see through people, as in like see the inside of people, right? I was sitting with my everyday friends that I always be chilling with, maybe drinking, doing this, doing that, right? Smoking. So one day as we are sitting, because ladies and gentlemen, it was getting to my brains. I wanted to see if am I losing my mind or what I'm seeing is actually what I'm seeing, right? So I'm sitting, I think it was the three of us, me and my two friends that I was with. So I tell these guys, Majitas, I can see people's souls, right? I just tell them straight up, bros, I can see people's souls. So I was maybe hoping to hear them say, bro, me too, me too. I thought I'm the only one. No, me too, right? Me three, right? I thought maybe I would hear something like that. But then, believe it or not, this conversation didn't really go far because I can't even remember what we talked about concerning this conversation that I'm trying to have with these guys, right? So I tell them, bros, I can see people's souls, right? So probably the broskies just thought, nah, the boy is too drunk. He's just right. So the conversation never really went anywhere. So I figured, okay, uh, and then I left the topic, went on with life, and when God is with you and he picked you, right, to have you walk a certain path and have you experience certain things, ladies and gentlemen. And concerning your gifts, they can only grow. They can only He can only keep magnifying them as time goes because it's a journey of growth, right? It's not a journey where we are supposed to be stuck in one place and there's no really growth, and it's a journey of growth. There should be change, right? And all that's happening, whether good or bad, it must add up into us building ourselves and to become the best version of ourselves, right? Now, these things, ladies and gentlemen, started getting intense. It started off with the people I called my friends, right? And went all the way to the people I call family, right? Now, I started seeing the inside of the people I call family because I even remember the first time I was looking through my sister. Like, ladies and gentlemen, the way how God does it, it's like you're looking at somebody physically, but then it almost like He gives you X ray type spiritual goggles, right? Where now you're just looking at this person and you can actually see the inside of them, right? I don't know how God does it, but it's wow. It's mysterious, you know. So I'm looking at the inside of these people, and ladies and gentlemen, when it happens, it's not something where like you have to be praying the whole night, or you have to be fasting, praying at the mountains for a week, or you have to. It will happen. He will just be there at that point. He's always there. But what I'm saying is, by the time it starts happening, he does it so effortlessly, right? How he does it, like it's almost as if he just goes, my son, see, see the inside of the person you call your brother, see inside the person you call you, because when truth, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it goes back to us saying, the truth will set you free. And it's like there's nothing that's hidden that will stay hidden, type thing, right? Like he reveals things to you. He reveals things that even people they themselves think that they are quite very hidden and you can never know nothing about them, right? He reveals these things to you. And even if it means him showing you the inside of people, ladies and gentlemen, he will do that, right? And you cannot tell me this is not a superpower. Like, you cannot tell me it's not a superpower. You would read an intention before the person even begins showing it. Like, you cannot tell me that's not a superpower. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he does these things, and it's like, wow. It's like I have no. But like he does it in such a way that you have no choice but to surrender to the higher power, to the because he's the God of all gods. He's the God of all knowledge. He created everything. He knows about the trees and how the trees communicate, and he knows about the animals, the birds, the soil, the waters, the winds, the suns, the stars, the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, he's all that, right? And then it's like people think that they can. There's even a scripture, and there's even a verse in the scriptures that talks about how do you not believe in the one who created you, right? How do you not believe in me if I'm the one who created you? How do you doubt that I can see your heart if I'm the one who made you, right? And I understood very well what the scripture is trying to say, because nothing remains hidden. Every plan, every plot. There's even a scripture that says, I would even sometimes show you before it happens. I will show you before. You hear me? Before it happens. And you would see this thing happening. And you're like, I saw this before it happened. And you still have people out here relying on witchcraft, trying to bewitch the child of God, trying to bewitch his chosen people. Excuse me. His chosen people, and do wicked stuff towards them, mock them, throw shade, provoke them to anger, and ladies and gentlemen, it's like, do you understand the universal law? And it's like, excuse me, and it's like clearly they don't, and it's like clearly they don't. It's like looking at people dig a grave for themselves, right? It's like looking at people hanging themselves without realizing that they are hanging themselves, digging a pit for themselves, type thing. And in most cases, you cannot really help these people because you would see where they are, right? The type of understanding they possess, you would know even the level of their consciousness type thing, right? Because God will show you these things. And you'll realize that you're dealing with quite very low vibrational beings who despise you and think that you are the stupid one, you are the dumb one, and they're always trying to treat you like this dumb one and use you and have you have their slaves and use you to their advantage, right? And not even if you go out of your way to try help these people and give them a hand of help, you would think they'll be grateful and be like, we got somebody who's helping. No, ladies and gentlemen, they don't even care. Okay, they are ungrateful people. You would even see them. And you think you think you just did this to help me or wash my car to make it clean. You think you are. Mm. It's like there's just no energy of positivity coming from these people, right? And you see it all. Like somebody who doesn't know God is dangerous. To me, I got to a point where I'm like, somebody who does not know God is dangerous. If you don't know God, to me, you're dangerous. Because it means you can actually do something evil thinking there is no God and there's nothing who sees me. Even the scriptures say that they say who sees me, who can see me, right? Because the things they do in secret, they're just that beyond imagination. It goes back to us still talking about how this world is just 97% evil. Evil everywhere. You would sometimes even fear eating food you know, from somebody who hates you. I mean, imagine somebody who hates you. You can see the hate. God shows you the hate straight up. And how are you supposed to feel free eating food from a hater? Because you never know what they'll throw in there. Poison, spit some saliva in there, you know, throw some mucus in your food. Even one creator once said this, I'm like, this guy thinks like me, right? Because he even said that he used to work in a restaurant and he would see things that people do to just people they don't know. People they don't know, people who just came to order food and eat. And he will see these people maybe spitting on people's foods. And it's like, wow. You just cannot, it's like that just the deep things about people you cannot know unless God intervenes and shows you with his superpowers, right? Like, look, and he shows you the deep, 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 deep things, the deep parts of people's hearts, and you'll be shocked, right? You would see how evil has took over most places and most people. But anyway, the topic of the video was superpower, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Be righteous, be a good guy, be a pure soul, and the universe will work with you to maneuver and reveal what's evil. It says there's a scripture in the Bible that says, rather expose the evil. Okay? Rather expose the evil because it's even shaming to talk of the things they do in secret. Anyway, stay prayed up, stay safe, stay meditated, be blessed, be strong, keep walking on your path. Peace out.